Okay, this is an experiment. I have been told by my wife and a few others that I should be doing my own videos just like the other people on YouTube that are fans of horror movies. I'm adjusting my screen. Like I said, not a professional camera operator, but did want to take the opportunity to try to share some things with you, things that I enjoy, things that hopefully you'll enjoy as well. Now, these titles which I'll be showing to you are things that I either haven't watched yet or have watched very little of. So, anyway, if you're interested in any of these titles, most of them can be easily found. Anything that cannot be found easily, I will let you know about. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started and see what you think here. This one is called Werewolves on Wheels. Very funny movie that combines, strange I should say, maybe not funny, that combines werewolves and biker movies that were very popular in the 70s. This film has some slow spots in it, but it's still very enjoyable just because of the campiness of it all. So if you like really campy movies, this one may be something of interest to you. It's from Dark Sky DVD. I think it's still in print, so you might check that out. But anyway, this is the first one that I wanted to show you, Werewolves on Wheels. This next one I just picked up recently, and this was a $5 bin find. Mega Shark, which is 8. If you love shark movies, I know a lot of people are shark movie buffs, even bad ones. Though these are low budget ones, these aren't like Jaws quality, but if you like a good campy B flick, kind of similar to what you'd find on the Sci-Fi Channel, this has Toxic Shark, which was just recently released, and they threw in 7 other films: Shark in Venice, Malibu Shark Attack, Sharkman, Shark Attack, Shark Attack 2, Shark Attack 3, Megalodon, and Shark Zone. So this is a pretty good buy if you're a shark movie fan. For $5, 8 movies. I mean, yeah, like you're going to go wrong there. Here's one that was kind of hard to find for a while, and I did manage to find a used copy while I was on a vacation, and this is Who Slew Annie Rue and What's the Matter with Helen. Both of these have Shelley Winters. Classic horror, that doesn't go over the top for gore, and some of these are very atmospheric, very fun if you like classic horror. These may be up your alley. I started watching What's the Matter with Helen, never got to finish it again. These are films I either haven't watched or haven't finished yet. So, there's another one. And some of these horror movie collections are nice if you want to get a lot of films that, and you aren't necessarily a big fan of the film and don't have to have all the special features and whatnot. But some of these collections are perfect if you just want to see the films for a low price and have them in your collection. This is a horror collection. These come out from Lionsgate. Blood Diner, Parents, Earth Girls Are Easy, which isn't really so much a horror flick, more of a comedy, but still a good film. Sundown, Fido, and Boy Eats Girl. Not Meets Girl, Eats Girl. Blood Diner was really the main reason I picked this up. Parents, I already had on an old out-of-print Pioneer DVD, but when this came out, it was great for people that were having trouble getting a hold of this film, because it's included here. This can be found fairly cheaply, usually less than $10. So, if you enjoy, and a lot of these, I think these are all basically 80s horror flicks. So, go ahead and check this out. If you've seen these other ones that I haven't watched yet, other than Blood Diner and Parents, let me know. Let me know what you think of them, what you would recommend. At some point, I'll get around to watching all these, maybe. But next up, got one of my favorite movies on. Actually, a couple of my favorite movies on here, maybe even 3. This collection includes Waxwork, 976 Evil 2, Ghoulies 3, The Unholy. Unholy and Waxwork I absolutely love. Chud 2, haven't watched. I do have Chud also, and I have seen Chud, but it's been years. Chopping Mall, which is actually quite good. Slaughter High, and Class of 1999. And that's an 8-pack from Lionsgate. And maybe something that if you are an 80s horror buff, you would enjoy this. Here's one that I've heard is very hard to watch, and I think the older I get, and now that I'm a father, I probably will have a hard time watching this one, but at some point I will watch it and get through it. After all, it is only a movie. But it's supposed to be very scary, pretty graphic, and it's called Inside. my understanding is this is about an obsessed woman who wants to take a woman's baby from her, and this baby's not born yet. So let your imagination run wild with that one. So for those of y'all that are into extreme horror and bloody effects and gore, this is probably going to satisfy you. Again, haven't watched it yet. Can't tell you. I just haven't been able to find the right moment to try to watch this one and get through it. It may be hard for me to watch. must be showing my age. But anyway, so inside. This is a 3-pack, courtesy of Shriek Show. Once upon a time, this was one of the prominent horror brands back when DVDs were first coming into popularity. This has got The Other Hell, Demons 3, The Ogre, and Black Demons, which Black Demons is always the one that sounded most interesting to me. I've heard that Demons 3, The Ogre, is atrocious. I've seen Demons 1, and I don't know if I've seen Demons 2, but it's supposed to be very good. But everybody kind of piles on this Demons 3, The Ogre. Hopefully, I'll find some enjoyment in it, and from the description, it sounds kind of interesting. And then The Other Hell, I'm sure I've seen, but it's been so long I couldn't tell you much about it, so I'll have to rewatch that one. But, again, if you've seen any of these, like them, thumbs up, thumbs down, let me know. Just a few more of these here. This is the Black Magic box set. I found this, and I think I probably found the last copy before it went out of print. And it's got some of the Redemption series. Now, a lot of these have been released on Blu-ray now. But these transfers on DVD look quite good. It includes 3 titles. And if you're into kind of Euro sleaze, is what many people refer to these as, you may find these enjoyable. Have not watched Black Magic Rights, that's one. Nude for Satan, I have seen. Very strange film, interesting. Obviously, nudity alert here. If you have a problem with nudity, you won't like any of these films, probably, especially that one. Virgin Witch. This one I watched. Pacing was a little slow. Overall, still enjoyable. Good atmosphere, pretty good story. Performances were as good as you can expect. Really not that bad. So, anyway, there's something, if you can find it, and if you can find it for cheap, grab it, because I don't believe that this is in print anymore, this particular box set. You might be able to find the titles individually. Like I said, Redemption may have put them back in print. Redemption films are kind of a favorite of mine, because they have a lot of the foreign horror movies that have kind of a whole different atmosphere and flavor. A lot of them are shot in castles, which really adds to the atmosphere of these movies. Here's one I haven't watched yet. Again, picked it up on the cheap. When the Big Lots bins, the overstocks or discontinued things, and when they're gone, they're gone. I haven't watched this yet, but I've heard some decent things about it. It's supposed to be kind of a suspenseful, kind of a supernatural thriller type movie. Again, as soon as I've watched it, maybe I'll give you a review. Kind of just trying this whole thing out to see if these videos are something that anybody would find interesting, or maybe the camera work, maybe the video won't look good from a laptop. Maybe I'll have to start using a tablet or something to shoot these. My wife said she'd help me, so maybe we could try something else if these videos don't come out looking very good to you. So I at least want them to be watchable, good enough that you can enjoy, at least seeing these things and see if you're interested in them. Tales from the Dark Side, complete box set, entire TV series. This was a favorite of mine as a young man growing up. Tales from the Dark Side, Monsters, the new Twilight Zone series, the original Twilight Zone series, all these TV series I just loved. Never did really get to watch the Friday the 13th series or the what's the other one? The Freddy's Nightmares. I know many people are fans of those and enjoy them. So, again, I have no opinion on those, but if you like those series and would like to recommend those to me, let me know. Here's one I haven't watched in a while. It was just kind of sitting around, so I pulled it out to show you. And I don't know if this particular edition of this movie is still in print, but it's called Bloody Birthday. And if you like creepy kid films, yeah, that's about as good as they come. That, The Children, Village of the Damned, of course, is a classic. Here's an unusual film that I heard about and decided to give a go, and it's called Pin, and it's about this guy and his sister, they lose their parents, but his dad leaves behind this medical dummy, which he imagines is alive, and he's kind of crazy and is always asking it for advice, and it's, in his head telling him to do things, some of them not very nice. So it's a horror flick, so you can kind of imagine. This film was definitely high on suspense, low on gore. If you're not a big gore fan or blood or whatever, this one, has some violent moments, of course, as horror typically does, otherwise it probably wouldn't be horror. But this does have suspense, the performances are good, and I can definitely safely recommend this one. So if you like your mannequin movies and people who are obsessed with inanimate objects, this movie may be right up your alley. This is a brand new one, and I was so happy to get this because the original DVD went out of print, and this is a limited edition. Now it's you can find this on Amazon. I think you can still find it. It's on Blu-ray, has a beautiful booklet with it, and it comes with a soundtrack CD and the Blu-ray, and so the set is just beautiful. I got to show this to you. One of my favorite classic sci-fi horror flicks, Extro, and again, it's region-free, even though it's an import. You can watch it here if you have a Region 1 DVD player, or Blu-ray player, rather. You'll enjoy this one. Has this nice little booklet with the original cover art that I just absolutely love, that I remember seeing the posters for when I was going to the drive-in when I was young. I used to see this poster and really wanted to see the movie. Didn't actually get to see it, I don't think, till it came out on video, but that was probably, around, I don't know, 84, 85, somewhere in there. And I think the discs are actually out of here because one's still in my Blu-ray player, and the other disc is in my CD player. I actually listen to the music. It kind of helps me sleep at night. I like atmospheric horror movie music. I love it when they throw in a soundtrack, and that usually happens with limited edition Blu-rays. Now you'll oftentimes find a soundtrack disc, and then they only print them for so long, and they might stay around for a month or two, and then all of a sudden they're gone, and then you can't find the soundtrack by itself. So sometimes that's the only way to get the soundtrack. So if you see a limited edition Blu-ray, you might want to pick it up if you're especially interested in soundtrack music. But this comes in this beautiful box. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's got stars all over it. Looks like space. There's both sides of it. So that's what houses your discs. So I thought that was really ultra cool. Very happy to have that. And last but certainly not least, this is a collection, and it comes in the wonderful packaging. The Blind Dead collection. Many of your foreign horror film buffs swear by this collection. I've watched the first film, Tombs of the Blind Dead. It's fantastic. Really enjoyed it. Return of the Evil Dead, I started watching. Has nothing to do with the popular Sam Raimi Evil Dead series, so don't get that confused. It's totally different. This comes with all 4 of the movies in the Blind Dead collection. It even has a little documentary on the director and a little booklet about these films. So, very nice. So, this is definitely a nice collection. To my knowledge, these have not yet been released on Blu-ray. I certainly haven't seen them on Blu-ray in this collectible packaging, this little coffin box, which I just thought was uber cool. So, anyway, that's all I've got for you for now. Again, this is just an experimental video. If this video doesn't turn out well, I may try to find another way to shoot these, and hopefully you like them and like to interact with them. And if you don't like them and I get tired of doing them, I'll just quit doing them. So, but anyway, take care. Hope everybody has a great day and a great evening, and I will bring you something else as soon as I get around to it, and hopefully you'll find these enjoyable. So anyway, take care. Talk to you soon.